Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, I just wanted to let you guys know that cases are so cheap right now. They are stupid cheap, actually, especially on some cases that are really good, like the Docs case. You can even buy sick cases now because there is a task a lot later in the game where the sick case is found in Raid. Now, the sick cases aren't cheap, and there is one case in here I think is a bit overpriced, but overall, all the cases right now when it comes to a magazine case, docs case, and some of these other containers, they are dirt cheap compared to other wipes. Like other wipes within the first 2, 3, 4 weeks of a wipe, some of these cases are 800,000, 500,000, and they are just really underpriced right now. So let's hop in the flea market. Let me show you what we're working with. If you guys are level 15, I would highly recommend picking up some cases, whether that is just a docs case for you to run in your raids or some other cases just to get a little more organized. So let's just go down the list as they have them. This is the one that I think is a little overpriced. I think an ammunition case for 400,000 rubles is a little expensive. I'm used to seeing the ammo case around that 250,000 ruble mark. So this is one I would highly recommend waiting because there is a task in the game where it gives you two of them and there might even be like another one or two. I'm not sure how often these things spawn in Marked, if they even spawn in there anymore at all. But when it comes to the ammo case, this will get a lot cheaper. There's no way they don't. I think 450k is way too overpriced. But as for everything else, I think we got some really competitive prices. The Docs case right now is currently selling for 320,000 rubles. I bought one at that. I remember last wipe, I was buying Docs cases for like 800,000 rubles, like right in the first week. What is it, day 10? And they're down to 320k. You can't really beat that price, in my opinion. I think that's really good. Dog tag case, you can get it on a discount. You can get it for 285,000 rubles, I believe. Therapist trader price is 320 or something like that. 344,000 rubles. You get a massive discount by picking it up off of the flea market. So if you're not level 15, wait on that one. Gingy keychains, you probably have one of these. I honestly see no reason for you to buy the Gingy keychain because of how cheap key tools are, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. But I'm going to start consolidating all of my Gingy keychains down into just key tools because I have like 10 Gingy keychains at this point. I'd rather just have a bunch of key tools sitting in a rig somewhere. So Gingy keychain, 50k, not bad if you need one to start and if you're really broke, but overall, the key tool is a much better option, which we'll get into. The grenade case, 300k. I mean, come on. Stock up on some of those impact nades, stock up on some of the Vogs, and, M67s if you like really getting nitty gritty with your combat and pushing rooms and, waiting for fuse times, all that. If you use M67s and you like them, why not stock up on them when you find them? 300k for a grenade case makes sense to pick one up. You don't need more than one, but a grenade case for your stash will help you out. And for 300k, I mean, it's dirt cheap. There's no reason not to buy one at that price. Injector case, yeah, it got nerfed a few wipes ago, but to be honest with you, 600k, I think that's pretty reasonable. If you look in prime time, I'm recording at 3 a.m., so, prices are a lot worse at night than they are in prime time. You could probably find an injector case around that 450 to 500,000 ruble mark. It's worth it. I personally haven't picked one up yet because I haven't been super sweating PvP, but when I'm ready, I'm going to pick one up. And I'll probably pick one up around 500k. Next one's a key tool. Under 500,000. 16 slots, unless it got nerfed. Let me double check. 16 slots on the key tool. Even if you're just using it to organize stuff in your stash, it's worth it. I mean, let me show you my Gingy keychain hoard, and you'll understand why I'm ready to switch over to all key tools. Right here's the keychain hoard. Here's my first key tool. We actually made a video buying this, and that should be out probably a day or two after this video releases. I'm not sure what order I'm going to release everything in, but I just want an army of key tools in a rig, something like this. So I'm going to be getting rid of the Gingy keychains, and for 500,000 rubles on the Flea, under that, you can't go wrong for 16 key slots. Keycard holder case, if you're a labs main, this might be something you look into. 9 slots, 300k. That's kind of where they sit. I don't know what the trader price is on these. I can't remember what level therapist it is. Maybe 3 or max, but this seems reasonable. If you're a labs main and you're grinding for those key cards, I don't see why not picking one of these up. I can't remember if these can go in the docs case. They go in one of them, the sick case or the docs case. I'm going to assume docs case. At that point, you know, if you wanted to just throw it in there, go for it. But the odds you find multiple key cards in a raid is kind of doubtful. Lucky Scav Junk Box, I'll say it time and time again. You should have one of these on your first day of playing just by quick selling some of your shit. You're going to need it. It's as simple as that. Mag cases, 250k, can't go wrong. You know, you could craft them. You could certainly craft them. Blue fuel is probably really cheap. I haven't even checked this wipe, but you know, obviously you got to level up that lav a little bit, but 250k for a mag case, you know, pick whatever gun you're going to main for a while, grab some magazines, save you trouble later on. 250k all day long. Med case, just barter for it from Therapist. The stuff is fairly cheap, to be honest with you. What is it, like 2 Vaseline, 7 blood sets, a couple syringes, and some med tools, maybe, if I remember correctly. Stuff's fairly cheap. I don't know if it's under or over 500,000, but I would highly recommend grabbing the barter when it is in stock. Pistol case, truthfully, I don't really recommend, unless you're going to stock up on some 5.7s. You know, I don't really recommend pistol cases. But they are going to be used for, is it a weapons case? I can't remember what it's for, but there is a decent barter for pistol cases, and that's what keeps them at this value. So it's probably an accurate value. Sick case, there was one up here recently for 8 million. Somebody bought it. I've seen 12 million. I've seen 8 million. I think sick case will probably settle down around the 5 to 10 mark when it comes to a lot more people getting to that task that it's sellable. And I believe the task you get the sick case from is the one where you kill the boys on Lighthouse, the gang. Obviously, Bird Eye, Big Pipe, and Knight, taking all of them down. For your task, you will get a sick case that is found in raid and sellable. Wallets, I've been finding a shit ton on scavs, but at 10k, you can't beat it. Same with the Willer's wallet. If you want to go with this one because it looks cooler, sure, 25k, it's about right. And the weapon case, there's one out here for 10 mil. I've seen them as low as 4 already. So if you want one, grab one near the 4 range. But there's so many other ways to get weapons cases for extremely cheap on barters, assuming they haven't changed. I haven't been keeping up too heavily. So who knows if you could still get a weapons case for 10 Bitcoins and then the other one where it's like, I think it's some motors and a couple other things like that. It's been a while. Have to get back on it. But don't buy them for 10 mil. Around that 4 is good. But as for all these cases, man, they're very cheap. And some that we missed is the fridge. The fridge you can get from Jaeger on barter, extremely cheap. I've been saving most of these items when I find them, but they're the usual 10 to 30k per item, and you know, it's good to stock up on the fridge, in my opinion. So if you're really stocking up on sugar or something, you want the fridge. And some of the other barters, like on Therapist here, when it comes to the Meg case, yeah, look at that, I nailed that. You know, if you see them and you want to go for it, sure. But it probably will be a little costly. I think these are like, I want to say 40k. Syringes, I think, are actually cheap. Vaseline's like 20k, and med tools are like 10k, so it's not that bad. But cases right now, overall, guys, they're extremely cheap. Wanted to bring you this video in case you're about to hit level 15 or something, and you really need to clean up that stash, because let me tell you, just buying these 3 cases, the dog tag case, and I think I did buy an extra scav junk box, but I think most of you guys who are subbed here and keeping up, this one has been in the stash for a few days now. Just that stuff combined made a massive difference in the stash. Like, literally just cleaning this shit up was massive. So much space. I have been thinking about grabbing an ammo box, but at this point, I don't know if I need it. Mag case, ammo box would clean most of this up, but, you know, maybe I'll wait. But that's it for the video. Just wanted to bring you the prices of all the cases. Hopefully I can, like, shorten this one up. I didn't want it to be 10 minutes, but if I can't, I can't. It is what it is. But do me a favor, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.